Singapore is a small island smack right in the middle of Southeast Asia, and it is filled with treasures. What treasures, you ask? Well, let me show you! I am Biogirl MJ. Today, we'll be crossing this sea to one of Singapore's most rustic offshore islands to find some animals! This island is the perfect comeback story for nature, so let's see if we can find some of the treasures here! If we go this way, we will see a nice little town. But if we want to find wildlife, we gotta go that way. If you remember, in one of the previous episodes, we spotted the white-bellied sea eagle diving. The eagle was actually really near the waters here. In fact, the eagles are circling up above us right now. Being an island situated in between Malaysia and Singapore, Ubin often gets wild visitors from both sides. Birds from both sides can fly into Ubin to take a break before continuing on with their journey. No passport needed. People have even spotted animals like wild boars swimming in the waters near Ubin. During the day, you can see many insects and birds roaming in this part of the island. Let's see what we can find. This is a durian tree. You can see that the leaves are slightly brownish and golden in colour. So there are many fruit trees around in Ubin because the islanders used to plant them way back in the past. The bird behind me is a beautiful oriental magpie robin. It is one of my favourite birds because they sing a melodious tune. The oriental magpie robin is really common in Asia, and because it often symbolises good luck, it even became the national bird of Bangladesh. Because we are exploring during the daytime today, most of the animals that we will find are diurnal animals, meaning that they are most active in the day. They will forage for food, play, and look for a mate in the day while they sleep at night. There are long-tailed macaques over there. Most primates, like the macaques, Raffles-banded langurs, and even us humans are diurnal animals. Yes, we are part of the primate family. Being a diurnal animal, the long-tailed macaque can make use of the bright surrounding to move quickly through the forest, finding food along the way. They often hang out in big family groups, taking care of each other and playing together. Alright, let's not interfere with the monkey's business and find more animals. Ooh, look at all these termites here! I can see a soldier one here. It has a larger body and a really big head. I wonder where they are going. During the day, as we all know, the sun is shining down on everything, which means that animals can see pretty well. Because of that, many diurnal species of animals develop stunning outfits to wow their partners. Come, let's go! Look at the colourful butterfly just dancing around over there. Butterflies have excellent vision. Other than spotting for potential mates, they can use their eyesight to spot colourful flowers that contain their favourite nectar. Of course, not all butterflies are colourful. Some are dull-coloured to blend into the background, camouflaging with the surroundings, so other potential predators with similarly good eyesight will have a hard time finding them. There is a clouded monitor lizard basking over there. Other than lighting up the world, sunlight also brings warmth, and cold-blooded animals like the lizard there really love basking in its golden glory. Reptiles are cold-blooded animals, which means that unlike birds and mammals which are warm-blooded, cold-blooded animals cannot warm themselves up. When they feel cold, they will be slow and sluggish as their body cannot function as actively as usual. After a cold night, a lot of reptiles will find a nice warm spot to take in all the heat that they need to energize themselves and start their day. It is almost like they are having their morning coffee. Remember to leave them be and not disturb them. Unlike the parks and forests on mainland Singapore, it is quite difficult to find a squirrel here because as an island surrounded by the sea, it will be difficult for squirrels to swim across from other areas. Not all animals come out at the same time of the day. Just like you and I, animals will need to rest and sleep as well. So some animals decide to rest at different times of the day, and that allows them to avoid predators and competition with each other. We are currently over here, and I think I want to head over to the Pecan Quarry. When the day slowly turns into night, that is when the creatures of the night come out to play. These are the nocturnal animals, the opposite of diurnal animals. Because of the lack of light, they usually have a whole different set of adaptations when compared to the daytime animals. Some animals develop very sensitive hearings, like the owls. They develop a facial disc to funnel the sound waves all around them into their two large ear holes, something like a super sound collector. When we hear something, we can kind of know which direction it comes from, right? But for an owl, they will be able to find out the exact spot their prey is scuttling around at. Talking about hearing, bats are another group of nocturnal animals that have mastered the ability of using sound. Instead of waiting for their prey to make noise, most bats have a special power called echolocation to find their prey. Bats make tiny, high-pitched sounds like little squeaks. These sounds travel through the air, hit things like trees, walls or bugs, and then bounce back to the bat's ears. When the bat hears the echoes, they can tell how far away the objects are and pinpoint their exact location. Other than sound, some nocturnal animals like the elusive leopard cat have incredible night vision to help find their prey at night. Leopard cats, just like the house cats, have eyes with multiple adaptations to achieve night vision. They have a curved cornea and large lens. In low light, their pupils can dilate to full circles to allow in maximum light. That is why they can see well in the dark. Of course, there are animals that can be active during both day and night, but most animals have a certain timing that they prefer. One other really cute animal you can find actively roaming around here at night is the greater mouse deer. It is a close relative of the lesser mouse deer we have seen previously, but unlike the lesser mouse deer, they can only be found at Ubin in Singapore. The main difference between the two mouse deer species is the design on their chest. The lesser mouse deer has 3 stripes on its chest, while the greater mouse deer has 5. Some nocturnal animals we can find here at Ubin have developed pretty interesting features. Like the scorpions can glow in UV light. One of the hypotheses scientists say is that by glowing under the UV light, the scorpions will be able to detect moonlight, which is a signal that they are exposed and it's time to hide. Remember how butterflies are mostly diurnal? On the other hand, its close cousin, the moths, are mostly nocturnal. That is because most of their predators are diurnal animals that can easily spot them during the day. So in order to better protect themselves, they are active at night instead. Look at the huge bird over there! It is an oriental pied hornbill, and it is so big and beautiful. One of the reasons why we are here at Ubin is because of these feathery guys. The oriental pied hornbill is one of Singapore's most successful conservation stories. These hornbills were once thought to be locally extinct in the mid-1800s because of rapid development and large-scale deforestation in Singapore. They were also extensively hunted for their casques, which is this huge knot on top of their bill. However, in the 1990s, a pair of hornbills, speculated to have flown in from nearby Malaysia, was found to be breeding right here in Pulau Ubin. That's when people from various organisations decided to work together to help increase the hornbill population. See that box over there? That box is one important piece of our conservation efforts in bringing our hornbills back. Hornbills need to nest in natural tree holes to breed and raise their young, but there were not enough of such tree holes in Singapore. Hence, artificial nesting boxes were designed and built to provide more nesting opportunities to our hornbills. We're done! Other than the hornbill, Ubin is a safe haven for many other birds that are threatened by the songbird trade, especially in Southeast Asia. This is the white-rump shama, and they sing a really beautiful tune during courtship. But this exact tune that they sing is also what's causing their downfall. Many bird collectors see this songbird as a prized treasure that they can show off or make profit off. In fact, I have personally witnessed someone poaching them in one of the nature reserves here in Southeast Asia. The male white-rump shama has a longer tail and sings highly varied melodious songs. Pulau Ubin is also known as the Granite Island because many years ago, people mined for this special rock called granite right here. The quarries have not been in use ever since, but after being rewilded by nature, the view is amazing. I mean, look at this! This is the Pecan quarry, one of the 6 quarries you can find here. Over the last 60 years or so, the abandoned quarries have been taken over by wildlife, and you can see many water birds using this place as a resting and hunting spot. These birds resting in front of us right now are the grey herons. They are very noisy fellas that nest in tall trees like this one. Look at how many of them are up here! Wow, we have seen and learned so much about the wildlife here in Ubin today. Well kids, as our exciting journey comes to an end, let's take a moment to cherish the precious treasures we've discovered today. Our incredible wildlife. From the ones that bask in the sun, to the ones that hide from the sun, from the ones that gather, to the ones that prefer being alone, these animals are part of a huge ecosystem in nature. Together, they form a colourful world that would otherwise be pretty boring. That is all for today's episode of Wildlife Treasure Hunt. Join me next time for more adventures.